You absolutely control your reality. The sooner you realize this fact and make peace with it, the sooner your life circumstances will shift for the better. So many people have heard the concept of creating their own reality, but they never conform to this notion. But why is that? Well, that's because it requires one to take radical responsibility for their own actions, behaviors, and the worst, even their own thoughts. Scientific research has shown that we think 60 to 70,000 thoughts every single day, and for the majority of us, those thoughts are totally random, mainly stemming from our knowledge and awareness of the past. Our brain is a machine built on recognizing and managing patterns. When one similar thought is repeated over and over again, it eventually becomes a permanent part of our subconscious mind, and that is how the process of reality creation is triggered. Just look at your life and know that the life you are living right now has everything to do with the thoughts you are thinking every second of every day. Those thoughts are creating blueprints on the canvas of your mind, and you are familiarizing your mind with those feelings and emotions. So, the first is always to realize that there is indeed a very strong connection between your thoughts and the life you are experiencing right now. Maybe your life is just okay. It's neither too bad nor great. Maybe that is the reason you don't want to take responsibility for what you think and how you feel. Most of us are in this not-so-comfortable comfort zone. We simply stay there because it is familiar to us, and change means taking risks, and our caveman's brain isn't very fond of risks. All it desires is the continuation of status quo, and it wants things to stay almost the same as long as there is no threat to your survival. But if you are tired of how your life is and the lack of change and excitement, you will have to take a step toward change. Dr. Joe Dispenza calls this becoming comfortable in the unknown. You just need a burning desire to start, and when you will try to change your mind by thinking new thoughts, your own mind will start an all-out war against you. It will tease you, irritate you, punish you, and will try all sorts of tactics to keep you from changing. But I hope you know that nothing worth having comes from staying in your comfort zone. Once you realize this truth, manifesting will become so much easier for you, because the concept of change is usually the hardest pill to swallow for most people. The next step then is to feel as if your desire has already come true. This concept is from Neville Goddard, and it works incredibly fast in the realm of manifesting. So, as I mentioned, we think thousands of thoughts each day. Just imagine the outcome if you have control over most of those thoughts. What if the majority of your thoughts signaled towards your amazing future rather than being about your past? Wouldn't your mind be impressed with the ideas and blueprint of your future then? It seems so difficult, but it's not. Our feelings and thoughts are intertwined. When you feel a certain way, the thoughts vibrating on the same frequency flood your mind, and vice versa. So, Neville teaches us to embody the feelings so that they change our thoughts, emotions, and our state of consciousness. If you can feel your desire real right here, right now, then there is no power that can stop it from coming true for you. And to feel it real is not such a big deal as many people make it out to be. You have to approach this technique in a natural way. The first and most important step is to come to the present moment and become aware of it. Our minds are running in 1,000 different directions throughout our waking hours, and in all that chaos you cannot expect to feel your desire real. It all starts with a calm and centered mind, which can only be accomplished by coming into the present moment. This is the reason why self-aware people find it super easy to manifest things and make their desires true. It's because their mind is already in a receptive mode in the present moment. So the only thing they have to put some effort into is to focus on their desire. And even that becomes second nature to them after some time. There are many steps to becoming a more self-aware person who is centered in the present moment, but in my personal opinion, deep breathing and a few minutes of meditation work the best. Just close your eyes for a second and shut down all the sensory data coming from outside. Also, make sure you are in a quiet place, especially if you are a beginner at this work. Once you get used to centering yourself, you will be able to do it amidst all the chaos and noise. But as a beginner, you definitely need to put in some extra ounce of effort on your part. As you close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. 3 to 5 such deep breaths are more than enough. Then put your hand on your heart and feel your heart center. Your heart center is located right in the center of your chest, and it's an energy center that recalibrates your energy to your desire. With your hand on your heart center, breathe in and out of this center. Imagine as if you can almost see your breath coming in and out of the heart center. Let your heart expand every time you breathe in and feel it becoming smaller as you breathe out. Within just a few breaths, you will feel as if your entire body is becoming still and you will feel much more present in the moment. This little exercise shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes at max, but it will be super beneficial in bringing you to the present moment. Just as you finish with this breathing exercise, remove your hand from the heart and try to listen to any outside sounds. Even if you are sitting in a quiet room, there will be certain sounds in the environment, like the clock ticking, a bird chirping far away, or noise from traffic. The purpose of doing this is to cement your consciousness more firmly in the present moment. Now comes the most important step. Now that you are fully grounded in the present moment, simply bring about an imaginary scenario from your future. This scenario should correspond to the fulfillment of your desire. The key is not to force anything here. Just gently imagine your future and side by side, keep elevating your feelings. It is natural to feel feelings of wholeness, accomplishment, and gratitude when your desire comes true, so in your imagination, you have to work on creating those feelings. This won't happen the first day you do this exercise, but if you keep doing it for a week, you will get there. You cannot be impatient here. This little technique takes no more than 15 minutes a day, but it works well beyond your imagination. The only trick is being consistent and patient. After doing it for 4 days consecutively, you will start feeling it real. Neville says, to be transformed, the whole basis of your thoughts must change. But your thoughts cannot change unless you have new ideas, for you think from your ideas. All transformation begins with an intense, burning desire to be transformed. The first step in the renewing of the mind is desire. You must want to be different before you can begin to change yourself. Then you must make your future dream a present fact. You do this by assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. So, according to Neville, when you assume the feeling of wish fulfilled, or in other words, start feeling your desires real, that is when your life transforms. This is the beginning of your beautiful life, a life that you would have created with your very own mental faculties. And trust me, nothing is as empowering as seeing the results of your own mental efforts. We live in a world that is so focused on the physical and taking action in the 3D. While I certainly advocate that as well, nothing ever matches up to the inner work you do every day. By just giving 15 minutes of your time every day, you can erase all the programs that have kept you tied to your past and can create a brand new life. But as I said, if you are impatient, this work is not for you. Think in terms of months, not days. Just imagine where you will be 1 month from now if you make it a daily habit to feel your desire real. Your desire will come running to you in the way you least expect. That's the magic for which we commit to this work. The next step in your successful manifestation journey is to keep watching my channel. Click now on the video on the screen to be inspired by another video.